Manchester United's squad against Bournemouth is announced. Manchester United will be aiming to return to winning ways in today's Premier League clash against Bournemouth on the road. The Red Devils drew against Liverpool at Old Trafford last weekend. They were poor in the first half, but managed to turn up with a strong performance after the break. They could have eventually won the game if Aaron Wan-Bissaka had not conceded a late penalty. On the back of 3 winless outings, manager Erik ten Hag will want a strong response from his players in today's game at Bournemouth. Andre Onana has played every minute of the Premier League campaign, keeping 8 clean sheets. He has conceded in each of his previous 3 league games and will be aiming for a shutout at the Vitality Stadium. In front of him, it should be the same backline from the previous game, but Diogo Dalot and Aaron Wan-Bissaka could switch their full-back positions. Wan-Bissaka has been far from impressive with his positioning from left-back and could be swapped with Dalot. Harry Maguire and Willy Kambwala are expected to continue at the heart of the defense. With 4 senior centre-backs on the sidelines, teenager Jack Kingdon could be handed a surprise debut off the bench. Casemiro has had a difficult season and he was constantly overlapped by Liverpool midfielders with ease. Despite this, we anticipated him to continue from the number 6 role. He is the best option available at the moment as Kobbie Mainoo is better suited in the central position. Further forward, we are predicting one change. Last weekend, Ten Hag essentially said that Toney could not start 2 games with the short turnover time. As a result, Marcus Rashford got the nod, but he was largely ineffective. The $60 million rated star also picked up a knock during the game. He is fit again, but could drop to the bench for Toney's inclusion in the 11. The rest of the attack should remain the same. Bruno Fernandes is a nailed-on starter from the number 10 role and showed his world-class quality against Liverpool with a stunning wonder goal from the halfway line. Alejandro Garnacho has been in fantastic form and he is better suited playing from the left. He scored 2 goals from the position against Chelsea last week. Rasmus Højlund should lead the attack as usual. The Dane has not been among the goals since the international break, but it has been partly due to the lack of quality service. He will be hoping that his teammates can create more chances for him this evening. This is the expected lineup for Manchester United today. What is your opinion on this? Do you like the squad? United joined their Premier League rivals in pursuit of $40 million England international who'd transform Ten Hag's attack. Manchester United are believed to have joined a host of their Premier League rivals in monitoring Ivan Toney as per HITC. The Brentford talisman picked up where he left off when returning from his 8-month betting ban in January, having scored 4 goals and contributed 1 assist in his 13 appearances since then. His transition to the top flight when promoted with the Bees back in 2021 was seamless. Toney's prolific and clinical goal-scoring attributes were on show from the get-go, with him netting 12 times in their maiden Premier League campaign. All reports suggest that Toney, 28, is currently seeing out his final games with Brentford before he finally gets the move his heart desires. His contract expires in 2025, and despite previously valuing their star striker at around 80 million, Florian Plettenberg claims the West London outfit will demand a fee between 40 million when the time comes for them to bid him farewell. Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, and West Ham United could rival the Reds if a bidding war arises for the 2-capped England international. Manchester United working on assumption that Mason Greenwood will be sold in the summer. The will he won't he question that was set to dominate the Manchester United discourse in the summer transfer window could be about to end before the window has even begun. The Daily Mail reports that United are working on the assumption that Mason Greenwood will be sold in the summer. The noise around his future took a new turn this year after Sir Jim Ratcliffe's refusal to commit to a stance laid out by the previous ownership. He said a fresh decision will be taken regardless of outside noise, a departure from the degree of finality with which Richard Arnold and co sent Greenwood on loan to Getafe after failing to reintegrate him. Greenwood has impressed at Getafe as he has led the attack of a team that was widely expected to struggle against relegation and took them to near European qualification. Still, the potential chaos that would ensure trying to bring him back is making United wary of the same. The report states that the Getafe loan has done what it intended to do, which is to prove Greenwood's ability at this level. There is not expected to be a shortage of offers if he is put up for sale, with Lazio, who were close to taking him on loan last year, a contender again. Most importantly, the report also speaks of an interest in Greenwood from Premier League clubs. Certainly an interesting choice, since it is likely that playing in England is going to be unrealistic for him. United's now departed Director of Football John Murtough and Director of Football Negotiations Matt Hargreaves were recently seen in Barcelona and Madrid. The report confirms that Greenwood's future was one of the items on the agenda as United looks to scope out potential interest in him. His contract runs till 2025, but United have an option to extend it by a year, so another year on loan to further rehabilitate his value can't be ruled out. Whatever route the club might take, it seems likely at this point that despite Sir Jim's comments, Greenwood has played his last game for the club, and those comments were just a negotiating stance. Manchester United looking at pre-contract agreement with soon-to-be free agent Tosin Adarabioyo. Manchester United conceded the second most goals in this season's Champions League group stage among 32 teams and finished a humiliating fourth in a relatively easy group. The team have conceded 3 or more goals 13 times throughout the campaign, with injuries not helping, with manager Erik ten Hag hardly ever having the luxury of picking his strongest back four consistently. Currently, the Dutchman only has Harry Maguire as the senior specialist option, while academy youngster Willy Kambwala started the game against Liverpool last week. Another academy ace, Jack Kingdon, has already been promoted to the first team after impressing for the U18s, with Rafael Varane set to be out for longer than expected, while Johnny Evans, Lisandro Martinez, and Victor Lindelof all remain sidelined. New co-owners Ineos are far from impressed with what they have seen, and multiple exits could be on the cards in the summer as Sir Jim Ratcliffe plans a ruthless summer clear-out. The French World Cup winner is expected to be let go in the summer after his contract finishes, while no concrete decision has been taken on Evans, whose deal also ends in June. Both Maguire and Lindelof have also been linked with an exit, and the club have plans to bring in more than one centre-back during the upcoming transfer window. One will be a big-name player, while the other recruit is not expected to cost as much. And Team Talk have now revealed that the 20-time English League champions are eyeing a Bosman move for a Premier League star. Fulham's Tosin Adarabioyo is soon to become a free agent, and the Cottagers' attempts at agreeing a new deal with the centre-back have failed so far. And the Red Devils and Tottenham Hotspur are aiming to agree a pre-contract agreement with the former Manchester City star, who was praised by Pep Guardiola for being faster than the people can believe. Alejandro Garnacho's brother trolls Jamie Carragher with sweary rant after Liverpool defeat. Alejandro Garnacho's brother Roberto makes his feelings known on social media. Whenever he isn't streaming to his audience, Roberto Garnacho shares his outspoken views on football to his many followers. He never hides from how proud he is of his brother Alejandro, who is right now the biggest attacking threat Manchester United have to offer. That has led to an over-reliance on the 19-year-old, who takes it all in his stride. Roberto couldn't refrain from trolling Liverpool legend Jamie Carragher after their defeat to Atalanta at Anfield in the Europa League.